It's Jamar here, and yes, David still gonna to practice let else listening, and yes, and so you know the topic is to just choose random topics and to for the listening practice. So maybe sometimes the left survival, maybe sometimes just like a swim, sometimes sports. Just they really just they choose different topics and you can't guess which one you're gonna practice. So what I do is practice all just from the internet until I fully understand it. Yeah, until I get high score. Yeah. Okay, so without further and let's just jump into it.
You will hear a woman asking a
And you will hear a woman
assistant
asking a shop's assistant
DVD players.
about DVD players.
You now have 30 seconds.
You now have 30 seconds
Read questions 1
to read question 1
to 4.
to 4.
DVD player.
Hello, I'm interested in buying a
Help.
DVD player.
Yes.
Can you help me as
I don't know very much
I don't
about
know
them.
very much about them.
Of course.
Of course.
Sell quite a
We
range.
sell quite a range.
Actually, we're doing
Actually,
customer survey.
we're doing customer survey. We're doing customer survey at the moment.
So I wonder if
So I wonder
this
if I could fill this in this
about
promo
you,
about
and
you,
that will actually help me
and
to
that will actually help me, and that will actually help. That will actually help. That will actually help me to
place you on the best
invest you on the
DVD
best
player for
DVD
you.
player for you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
First of all, your occupation.
First of all, you occupation. First of all, your occupation. Occupation. Yeah, that's a word I learned. Occupation, and in this occupation. Okay, so occupation. Occupation.
Student.
Student.
Oh.
Occupation. Student. Student. Okay. Okay.
Then have you
Then-
already got?
Then have you already occupation? OCCUPAT. Then you got
DVD player.
you got your DVD player.
No,
No.
I've never had one.
I never
before.
had a one. I had never had one before.
And how much do you
And
think
how
you want
much
to
do you
spend
think
on
you
the
want
player?
to? How much do you think you want to spend on a
I'm
player?
not sure. Really,
I'm not sure
but
really,
I have got
but
a budget.
I have got a budget.
My friend said I
My
should allow
friend
about
said I should allow about
£100.
100
I can't
pounds.
afford
About
over
I can afford over
£85.
over 85 pounds. I can afford over 8,500 pounds.
So that's what I'm working on.
So that's what I'm working on.
And do you
And-
watch DVDs very often?
And do you watch DVDs very often?
Depends what you mean by often.
Depends what you mean by often.
I don't know what the norm is.
I don't know what the normal is.
About 2
weeks. About 2 weeks.
I suppose I
I
watch
suppose I watch
3 a month.
I suppose I watch 3 a month.
It's enough for me.
Yes.
That's enough for me. Yes.
What sort of
What
films
sort
do you
of
like
films?
watching then?
What sort of films? What sort of films do you like to watching?
Action movies?
Action movies?
Not really.
No, not really.
My boyfriend always
My boyfriend always
insists we watch
insists we watch
science fiction movies.
science fiction movies, but
I
insistence. Okay. ISISTS.
Thrillers.
I prefer thrillers. I prefer thrillers. Thrillers something
To get your teeth
to
into.
get your teeth into.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one.
Something to get your teeth.
Do you watch
Okay, just one more. Just one more. Do you watch
other DVDs?
other DVDs?
Ones that are not
Ones that are
films.
not films,
Like music or something.
music or something.
Not much because
Not much because
I don't want to spend
I
the
don't want
money
to spend the money
something
on
I can
something
watch
I
on
can watch
TV.
on TV.
But I
But
occasionally rent
I
out.
occasionally rent out. Occasionally, OCCASIONARR. OCC occasionally rent
Comedy
out
programs.
comedy programs
And I fight with my
and
boy
fight with my
over all
boyfriend
the
over
sports
all those
DVDs
sports
he
DVDs
watches.
he watches.
You now have 30
You now
seconds
have
to
30
read
seconds to
questions
read
5 to
questions
10.
5 to 10.
Let me explain a bit
Okay, let me explain a bit
about the
to you
DVD
about
players that are
DVD
in your
players
price range.
are in your price range.
First, there's the
First, there's
DB30,
a DVD
which has
DB30,
got
which has
basic
only
features,
got the basic features,
but it is a bargain at
but it's a bargain
£69.
at 69 pounds.
Now, all the DVDs
Not
come
all the DVDs come
after
with
sale service
after
that
sale service
starts
that
when the
starts
guarantee
with
runs out.
when the guarantee runs out. When the guarantee runs out, guarantee. Guarantee on
As
what?
it's so cheap,
As it's so cheap,
DB30
the
comes with a
DB30 comes
limited
with a
after-sale
limited
service,
after-sale
as it
service,
only
as it
includes
only
parts.
includes parts.
You would have to
You would have
most
to pay, include service. It only include parts.
repair.
You would have to pay for most of the repair.
Seems okay.
Seems okay.
Then a slight grade up from
Then a slight grade up from
that
that.
is the
The
XL64
XL
guarantee runs out.
guarantee runs out.
As it's so cheap, the DB
As it's so cheap, so the
comes with a
DB30 comes with
limited
a limited after
service,
sale
as
service,
it only
as it
includes
only includes
parts.
parts. All only include parts. What's meaning of parts? Okay, just just in here, I was kind of confused what includes parts. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. So what just so what's the meaning in here including parts only? Okay, so ChatGPT, here's a question for you, and I was just practicing else, and they just say they just the dialogue is a female trying just sell the DVDs, and she says as the chip is as the chip as a I'm sorry as a sell is
When the guarantee runs out. As it's so cheap,
as it's so cheap, yes, yeah, as it's so cheap after sales service includes parts.
you would have
Parts only. What's meaning in here? Parts. PARTS. Parts only. After sale service. Like after the sale, it's just part. I just like a body part, like a country part, or something like. But I don't can't confusing about in here. Parts. What's the meaning of it?
In this context, parts only means that after the sale, if there are any issues with the product, the company will only provide replacement parts and not offer full repair services. So if something breaks, you would get the parts to fix it yourself, but not additional repair help from the company.
Just still kind of confusing. Okay, if I bought the DVD and I break it a little bit, like just some part of the DVD, so they wouldn't help me to fix that or return it.
Exactly. If the DVD itself is damaged, parts only means the company won't help with fixing or replacing the DVD. They might offer to replace just the parts or components involved, but not the entire DVD.
It's still kind of confusing about parts. Like they gonna if just like the DVD has some issues and they wouldn't do anything for it. Just parts only means after sales they don't care about there's no return, there's no fix, there's no repair. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. Parts only in this case means that after the sale, they will not handle returns, repairs, or full replacements of the DVD. They will only provide parts if needed, but in the case of something like a damaged DVD, they won't offer a replacement repair service.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Maybe just like they just maybe they could just fix some parts. That's only right.
They might help with specific parts if they can be replaced, not with fixing or replacing the entire DVD itself.
Okay, got it. Parts only. Okay, so let's go ahead
Pay for most of the repair.
for most of all repair.
Seems okay.
Seems okay. Seems okay.
Then a slight
Then a
grade up
slight
from
grade
that
up
is
from
the
that is
XL 640.
the XL
This comes with an additional feature
additional feature
in that it has
in
an
that it
extra
has an
button
extra button
allowing you to record.
allowing you record.
That's quite useful.
That's quite useful.
Yes.
Yes.
That would mean spending less
That would mean spending less
DVDs to watch.
DVDs.
Yes.
Yes.
So you'd
yes.
make the extra money back
So
on
you make extra money.
it costs. Let me see how much it is.
Let me see how much.
Yes. That one's actually
That one
reduced at the
actually
moment
reduced the moment
from £79,
from £79.
£71.99.
79.
I think it's worth the extra.
I think it's a worth extra myself.
And is that the
And
same
it's the same level of after sale service as the other
Well,
one.
You get a bit more for your
While you get a bit more
money because what we're
for your money because what
offering
we're offering is
discount
a
on labor.
discount on labor.
So you don't pay the full price.
So you don't pay labor at a reduced cost. Pay
If
the
you
full
have to
price
call
if
an
you have to
engineer
call
out.
I
engineer
see.
out. If you have to call an engineer out. If you call engineer out. Call an engineer out. What's the meaning of call an engineer out? Let me see. Oh my gosh. ENGI out. Call out an engineer. I think it's kind of the same. What makes the engineers then? If you call an
Then
engineer,
the last one
the last one.
is to call an engineer.
So you don't pay the full price if you have call an
I
engineer.
see.
Then
Let's
the
see.
last one
Oh, I see. Just labor out. Okay.
is
That's
this
what
Tri-X 24.
24.
It's a very good
It's a
player,
very good player.
and you can use it to listen to
And you can listen to
CDs as well as watch
your
TV.
CDs as well as watch DVDs.
It looks nice.
Looks nice.
But
It looks
I bet
nice.
it's expensive.
But I bet it's expensive.
No, it's
No,
not top of the
it's
range.
not top of range.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Yes, it's £94.
Yeah, it's £94.
But what you
okay.
have to remember
But what you have to
is
remember
that
is
includes
that
insurance. So you don't
insurance. So you sure
to
you
pay
don't
extra for that.
you don't have to pay extra.
And it comes with a guarantee.
And we comes and comes with guarantees
valid for
that's
3
valid
years,
for
as
that's valid for 3 years.
opposed to the usual one.
As opposed to the usual one.
What do you think?
What do you think?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That is the end of part
That is
one.
in part 1. Okay, so we're going to part 2.
To people who want to learn.
Okay.
You will hear a trainer.
You will hear a trainer
talk
giving
to
talk to people who want to learn outdoor survival skills.
First, you have some time to-
Outdoor survival skills. First, you had some time to
Questions
look at
11
question
to
11 to
16.
16.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
and
everyone,
welcome
and
to
welcome
our
to
outdoor
our
survival
good morning, everyone, and welcome to our outdoor survival
program.
program.
As you know,
As you know, this week you'll be learning some of the basic information and skills you need to look after yourself
independently
in the outdoors. These first 2 days will be based here in the classroom,
and then we'll be taking a
camping trip to put into practice some of the things you have learned.
I'm going to start off with
I'm going to start off with
topic of
the
food.
topic of food.
And to start with,
And start
I'll
with
describe
I'll be
just two
I'll just describe just 2 methods
which we'll be putting into practice
which will be putting into
at our
practice
camp.
at our
and
camp.
which make